Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Katie. Today I wanted to share with you guys some amazing home decor pieces that I made using clay. I did an air dry clay video a few months ago and you guys really seem to love it. So today I'm going to be working with polymer or oven baked clay. I had a few different packages of it lying around, so I thought it would be fun to create some really cool pieces. I truly love how all of them turned out. They are so chic and fun, so I think you guys will really enjoy them. So let's go ahead and hop right into it. This first project is a mix of wood and clay. So to start off, I'm using these wood rings. I'll link them down below. They come in a bunch of different sizes. I'm also using this spice jar that I washed out and took the label off of when it was finished. And you'll need some polymer clay, oven baked clay, and you can use any color that you want. So to get started, I just added a bit of hot glue to the underside of one of the rings and glued it to one of the other rings, and I continued doing this with all of them. So I just stacked them all on top of each other using just a small amount of hot glue. Try as best as you can to keep them even so that when it's done, it looks like a straight, even tower of rings. And then I'm taking my oven baked clay and just rolling it out into this basically long snake. And you want to try to make the thickness as similar as you can to the wood rings. So just try to keep that in mind as you're rolling it out. You don't want to make it too thin or too thick. You want it to basically be an extension of the wood rings. So once I was happy with the thickness of it, then I just placed it on top to make sure it was going to be the right size. And then I used my fingers to smooth out the seam and make it look like one seamless ring to fit on top of the rest. Then I baked it according to the package instructions and glued it right on top. Now just add your little jar back in and you have a really cute vase. The next technique I wanted to try out is the clay slab technique. So you'll need to start out with a base color of oven baked clay, and I'm using just this white, plain white color, and you'll roll it out to however big you'll need it to be for whatever you're making. So that could be coasters or a little dish, a candle holder. That'll all depend on what you want to make. Then you'll take some other colors of clay and cut out different shapes. So I'm using some circles as well as some little strips that I'm cutting out of this copper color. And then with the blue clay, I cut out some triangles. So you can have fun with this and make any shapes that you want to. You can use also little cookie cutters or clay stencils if you have something like that, but just have fun with it. I also decided to roll out some little balls of this darker bronze color, and then you can just lay them out on your base piece of clay. And again, you can play around with this and you can move them around if you need to. You're just gonna set them all on top until the pattern looks good to you. It's really fun to just kind of do whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be exact. So it's gonna look like this when you get everything laid out. Then I just took a little rolling pin and started to slowly roll over everything. So this is similar to the terrazzo DIYs that I did. You basically want to roll those top pieces of clay into the base clay so that it's all one smooth piece. Then you can cut out whatever you want. So I wanted to make a little ring dish and I was trying to make it look like a cloud shape. It kind of just more looks like a blob, but I think it looks pretty cool anyway. I just baked it according to the package instructions and now I've got this awesome dish. I thought it would be super simple and fun to make a trivet. So I've got some gray clay here and I just pulled it in half and then I rolled each section out into a long snake. So this is the simplest DIY and I love it because I needed some trivets for our dining table and our counters. So I think I'm actually gonna make a bunch of these. So once you roll out both of your pieces, you're literally just going to twist them together. It could not be any easier. So start by taking the two ends and start to twist them together. And then you can literally just twist it like this and you'll see it all form together as one piece. And you can twist it as tight or as loosely as you want to. This was a little bit too tight, I think, for me. So as you can see, when I curled it together, I wanted it to be a little bit looser. So I just pulled it back apart and kind of untwisted it. And then I put it back together and this was perfect for me. So then I used my fingers to just close up the seam here. Then I baked it and I love it because it functions not only as a trivet, but a really chic decor piece as well. Lastly, I'm doing the clay slab technique again, but this time we're making magnets. So I rolled out this pink clay and then added a bunch of different colors. Now, you can really make anything with this technique, which I think is so fun. You could make earrings, magnets, coasters, like there are so many different possibilities for the things that you can do with this. And this time around, I went a little bit abstract. So I just made random shapes. I wasn't trying to do anything particular like circles or triangles or anything like that. I just kind of made some organic, interesting shapes. And then again, I laid them all out on my base clay. And this time I also layered some of the pieces on top of each other because I wanted to see what that would look like. And then I decided to add in a little bit of white just to make it pop a bit. So then I used my rolling pin again to roll out these top pieces into the base piece and make sure that we have one essentially big smooth piece of clay. And then I wanted to add something a little extra. So I took my Cricut tool here. It's got a pointy end, but you could use like anything that's pointy. And I just made small little indentations in different areas of the clay. I thought that would look really cool once it's baked and dried and just kind of make it a little bit unique. So to cut out my shapes, I'm using this sponge brush and I just pulled the sponge out and I used it to create a circle. Then this one I made more of an abstract shape and I also did a triangle shape. And the last step is to take some strips of magnets and just use some hot glue and glue them to the back of your clay shapes after you've baked them. And then you can hang them on your refrigerator. And these are just a really fun thing. I think they'd also make a great gift. Okay, as always, I want to know which one of these projects was your favorite, so let me know in the comments down below. I always have such a hard time choosing and it's really fun to see which one you guys like the best. And if you try any of them out, tag me on Instagram. It is my favorite thing when you do that. I love to share them in my stories and it just makes me so happy to see you guys enjoying the projects and creating them for yourselves. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos and I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!